But well, look, we got into this in a kind of logical way, but quite strange way as well. So our whole what we were doing before was to do with air quality and what people breathe. So indoors. We weren't focused on outdoors. We were indoors, and indoors. That's everything from when you're sitting in a train to in a pub, restaurant, your home, your office. So over the years, we became aware of just what nasties were out there and what was happening, and some of the reports that you don't get to hear. And this led us into air purification. So we were looking at how we clean that air up with catalytic converters, inducted ventilation systems, and UVC lamps way before COVID, and so on. And then we found that as well as taking bad things out of the air, we could put some good things into the air, and they were called probiotics. Now, the entry point at that stage was to stop people reaching for chemical-based so-called air fresheners. And how these chemicals are allowed to be called air fresheners, I don't know, but there you go. So answers on a postcard, please. So yeah, we thought, well, if we could reduce some of the chemicals that are going into the air in the first place that we're trying to clean, well, that's an easy one. So we got into putting probiotics into an air system, and the idea was that and how it works is that the probiotics go through the air system, come out the grills, land on the soft furnishings, like the carpets and the backs of the chairs in the office or whatever happens to be. And they are outcompeting the bad bacteria to give off the smell. Now, if you can stop the smell happening in the first place, then you stop people reaching for these chemical-based products that they're going to spray around the office, right, or the house or the restaurant, whatever it happens to be. So that was our entry point, and then we found that using probiotics had a secondary benefit for the air quality, in that they were eating organic waste. That's how they outcompete the bad bacteria. They basically just get to the buffet ahead of those guys and outcompete them. So the bad bacteria kind of fade away. Their numbers just drop off, and the good bacteria, they multiply, and they just starve out the bad bacteria.
That's interesting. Like, so because I guess I never really thought about this before, but I suppose if you use a chemical on bad bacteria, the organic waste remains, and then it just gets eaten again, maybe.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. That's a really good thing, because this is what the story was during COVID with hand sanitizer, for example. You could sanitize your hands, yes, but two things were happening. One is you hadn't cleaned your hands, so the food for the bad bacteria was still there.